Good morning.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back again to another episode of Blind Squirrel Talk, famous in a small town. I'm Lulu.
I'm Kim.
And this is Chloe Floyd. And we can't wait for y'all to meet Chloe because she is a really exciting member of the Maysville landscape. So, good morning, Chloe. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yay. So, tell us how you first met Maysville.
Well, I was actually basically born and raised here.
Okay.
My family moved here, I think I was almost 2 years old. And we've been living here ever since. So,
How was that? I just have to know, especially as a teenager.
well, I mean, I was homeschooled up until high school, so there wasn't really much to do here. We would go to the park a lot as soon as it was built, and I really liked to walk down to all the restaurants down here when I was in
Were
eighth
there
grade.
restaurants?
There was the little tea shop. What was that called?
Yeah, not Yellow Rose.
Was that Ganache?
Maybe. I'm not sure. It was a little coffee shop. It was really cute. I think it closed maybe 2 years ago.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's Ganache.
So
Yeah.
Ganache. Yeah. So I would go there when I had the time, and especially during COVID when I wasn't in school. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So what? Have you been going to all of our festivals every year?
I try to. I try my hardest to. I love the fall festival. It is like my favorite thing ever. But I somehow have missed it last couple of years.
Two
So
weekends. It's coming up.
It's coming up. That's good to know. I will write that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Athens just had a festival and I didn't even know. It was like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so you're a student,
Yes.
and tell us all about that part of your life.
Well, I was at UNG, that's in Watkinsville campus, last year, and I'm transferring to UGA this spring to go to the music school. I'm super excited about it. But I'm taking a break this semester just to work and save up some money and save up some time and, hang out. So it hasn't been too busy. I really like it. I'm going to major in horticulture,
Oh.
and then I'm minoring in music and Spanish. So music performance, and it's going to be a lot. But I'm excited.
That is a lot.
I'm really excited. I think it's going to be super great. So
Yeah. So what do you think about Athens versus Maysville? Is it a big culture shock for you, or?
a little bit. I mean, there's 40,000 students at UGA. So there's a ton of people all the time. And it's loud and, it's big city vibes. I really appreciate the Maysville, like this close-knit community. I can walk to my neighbor's house, and I can walk a lot of places that I can't in Athens. It's, and it's quiet. It's nice out here. I always like visiting my family here. So Maysville will always be my home.
Yeah.
No.
And I hope it always stays quiet and nice,
Yeah,
peaceful,
me too.
with more coffee shops.
Yeah.
So in your hanging out time, what are you doing to fill your time right now? Are you working?
Yeah, I work a couple of jobs. I sing at a church on Saturdays. I teach chorus at Monsignor Donovan High School in Athens. And I nanny and other stuff like that. I coach soccer. But most of my time is filled by, doing all of that. And then I love going to jazz jams and concerts. There's a ton of that in Athens, which I really like. There's actually a jazz jam tonight that I'm planning on going to.
Where?
It's at Hendershots Coffee.
Oh,
Yep,
I love
they have it
Hendershots.
the third Thursday of every month. So I love doing that and performing there, seeing a bunch of people. Kind of all the same people go, but it's really nice because everybody does a different song every time, and you hear new stuff. And
Nice.
yeah,
I love Hendershots.
yeah,
I do too.
History.
We've been going to Hendershots since forever, since they opened.
Well, since the new location,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
How do you think a Hendershots type thing would do in Maysville?
I think it would be great. I think it would do really well. All kinds of people go to Hendershots, and I feel like that would be, I feel like it would prosper.
Yeah.
You know, I would definitely show up.
Well, wait, show up. No, when you finish college, you can open up Chloe's.
Yeah, I've thought about that a lot too. Yeah.
Well, we certainly have the old buildings that could be fixed up, and okay, there's your future.
Do you
right
think
there.
people would come from Athens to be a part of that? Do you think it's too far?
I think they might. I think that there's a lot of Athens people willing to travel to go do things like that. But I definitely think, especially from the surrounding areas like Jefferson, Commerce, like there's not really a lot of that music scene out there. And I think they're all traveling to Jefferson, but Maysville, I mean, traveling to Athens, but Maysville is closer. So,
When did you know you first loved music?
oh my gosh, I can't remember how old I was. I was little. I had to have been 5 or 6, and my mom put me in the children's choir at church during Christmas, and I was so excited, and I loved like making up my own little songs, and I would sing around the house all the time. And my mom said when I was really little, and she would get me out of my car seat when I was a kid, that I would make up songs. I'd say, "Hooray for me," and I was like the silliest little thing. But then I started taking music lessons here. I started taking piano when I was 8. I don't know, I kind of didn't like that. I was more of a singer, and I joined the adult choir at church when I was 10, and I was the only kid. So I was kind of the troublemaker, but they were really nice, and, you know, they would let me do my own little solos sometimes, and yeah, so it just grew and grew.
What's the most memorable place you've ever performed?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably at my high school. I would do the national anthem, and it was like the first day of school. I walked in and I was like, "Who do I ask about doing the national anthem?" First day, and they were like, "Goodness gracious!" And they sent me down to the music room, which was at the very end of the hallway, so it was kind of creepy down there because there weren't any other classrooms. It was just the music room, and there was the music teacher sitting in there. His name was Chris Anghauser, and he was like, "Hello," very confused to see me, but I was like, "Hey, I'd really like to do the national anthem," and they let me do it for the first football game, and that was probably the most memorable. So I cried.
Before or after?
After. I was so nervous, and my dad filmed it, and then I just turned around and I started crying. But it was great, and yeah, I will remember that forever.
So the adrenaline rush was enough to make you want to do it again.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So did you do it every game?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then they asked me to do it for volleyball. They asked me to do it for basketball. So
That's a commitment.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
I was the official national anthem singer.
And so in the yearbook it says, most likely to sing the national anthem at the White House.
Probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you mentioned jazz. What is your favorite type of music to perform?
Definitely jazz.
It is jazz.
Definitely jazz.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got to go catch one of her shows.
I know. I'm thinking tonight. I'm
I
free.
know.
Are you?
Hendershots, why not?
Yep.
Sean Hendershots. All right, so tell us what your schedule at school will look like when you start.
Well, that's a good question. I don't actually know yet. Hopefully I'll be starting. So they usually do music where it's like by the year and you can't really start in the spring. But I've been negotiating with the advisor there. So I'll start piano lessons and some basic music theory when I get there. And then I'll be able to start my other vocal lessons and stuff. And then the following year, it'll probably be pretty close to the same thing where I'll do more of that.
And after college?
And after college, I don't know.
Well, tell us where horticulture came in. Are you a plant lover?
Yeah, I am. I really would like to have a homestead when I'm older.
Live off the land?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm big into healthy foods and I don't know, I feel like growing my own would be it would just give me a good sense of purpose, I think, and it would be very fulfilling in my opinion. And it would give me something to do. So
It's work. It's almost a full-time job.
yeah, yeah. But I don't know. I feel like it would be really cool. Hopefully that goes somewhere. I don't know. Maybe I'll have a little coffee flower shop, something going on. A little music.
Out here in Maysville?
Maybe out here in Maysville.
That was my
Yeah.
question. You're gonna get
Yep.
land here in Maysville, right?
Yeah. Yep. There's a lot out here.
There
Yeah.
is, and it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, for for people that haven't been to Maysville, well, maybe we shouldn't tell them. We won't tell anybody how beautiful it is out here. Stay away. You don't want to be here because it is. It's like you were saying. It's just beautiful and it's
Yeah.
quaint and wholesome and
God's country.
yeah. Well, there you go. It's God's country.
Yeah.
It is. Is your family real supportive of your music?
Yeah. Yeah. They were really cheering me on to go to UGA and everything. Because I didn't get in the first 2 times I applied.
Hey, nobody does.
Yeah.
It's hard to get in there now.
Yeah. Yeah. It is really hard. I got into the music school both times, but I didn't get into the university. It's like 2 different systems. But my parents were like, just try again. Try one more time. I was like,
You can do it.
so that was really great because I don't think I would have applied again had they not been there
Yeah.
supporting me and stuff. So I'm glad that they did harass me a
too.
little
That's
bit.
awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what your future holds. But
Yeah.
you're gonna give us a little
Taste.
performance, maybe. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
I have to say, the first time I saw you, you were singing and your mom was watching along with a bunch of us. And oh my gosh, the admiration, it was just so magical. The way she just, that's my baby. It was just, I enjoyed watching her while I listened to
Right.
you.
I was
it was
I
amazing.
was like watching her and then watching her mom and watching her and watching. I'm like, oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just so nice to have supportive parents because a lot of people don't, unfortunately. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're my funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine. You make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? But don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day.
Wow, that was wonderful. Well, listen, thank y'all again for tuning in to yet another episode of Blind Squirrel Talk, famous in a small town. I'm Lulu.
I'm Kim.
And I'm Chloe Floyd.
Thanks for being here. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.